Tell me why he walked out the elevator with 2 different girls. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiaira. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? So today we're talking about all the things that I get into while I'm drunk. We're getting into drunk Kiaira foolishness. And foolishness it is. My guardian angel is probably tired of me. But yeah, if you want to hear those stories while I do my makeup, then keep on watching. Okay, y'all, so let's get started. So first, I'm going to prime my face. And we're going to use the Tatcha silk canvas to prime my face. So I'm going to go ahead and prime in this area underneath my eyes. Same thing on the other side. And then my forehead. All up in there. All up in there. Pull that back. Okay. So before we get into the drunk story festivities, I need to do my eyebrows because I can't talk and do that at the same time. But let me tell you the products that I use to do my eyebrows. Okay, so I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in dark brown. And then this double-sided spoolie that came in a Sephora makeup pack. So I'm going to do my eyebrows. And then we're going to come back and then we're going to talk about the drunk festivities that I get into. Okay, so to conceal my eyebrows, I use the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Chai. And I use my foundation, which is the Fenty Beauty in 450. The Pro Filter one. Okay, so before I get into these stories, let me go ahead and give this disclaimer. In no way am I telling you guys to do this. I'm not saying this like it's cute. I'm just here telling my stories, okay? And to be honest, if you have anything negative to say, you might as well keep it to yourself because I don't care. All right, now we can get into the stories. So I'm gonna go over my whole face with my Fenty foundation in the shade 450. This is the Pro Filter. Everything will be linked down below that I'm using, just so you know. So, which story do I want to start with? I think we're going to start with the Toenail Story. So we're going to start with the Toenail Story. This one was kind of graphic. Just putting that out there now. Okay, so this was like 3 years ago when I first moved to California. For some reason, when I got drunk, I loved to run. I would just be chilling and just break out into a sprint. Which was very ironic because I actually hate running with a passion. So one night I was walking back on base to my barracks room and I got that urge to run. So you know what I did? I took off running. Mind you, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside by myself on base. So I got that urge to run. So I just took off running in heels. So, and I had like the chunky heel in the back. So I'm running, everything's good, I'm laughing, and then I kicked the back of my heel. And when I tell you that thing hurt, it hurt so bad. But, you know, I was drunk, so it didn't hurt that bad, but it hurt, you know? I'm kind of limping a little bit, but I'm almost to my barracks room, so I'm like, it's whatever. So I get back into my barracks room and I take off all my clothes and I go and I sit on my bed, take my shoes off, and I'm just like laying on my bed and I had my feet just in the air. Why? I don't know, but I did. So I happened to just look at my toe. You might want to skip this if you don't want to hear the graphic part. My toenail was hanging off, like half the toenail was gone. It was just hanging, like by a little bitty piece of skin. And when I tell y'all, I started crying. And it wasn't like it hurt. I made it all the way to my barracks room, you know, without noticing it. It was just the fact that I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, my toenail is hanging off my toe. So another time, this is also when I first moved to San Diego. So all the people that I worked with were pregnant or they had kids. I was like one of the only single, you know, sailors that were at that command, female wise, and I didn't know anybody. But I wanted to go out, so I went out by myself. I used to go out by myself a lot when I first came to San Diego. So whenever I went out, I used to meet people and, you know, I would dance with them. Mostly, it was definitely girls. I would meet girls, I would talk to them, I would dance with them, blah, blah, blah. But one night, there was a group of dudes, and they were really tall. They said they were basketball players. Were they really basketball players? I don't know. But I ended up hanging out with them for the night. They were buying me drinks. They were very friendly. None of them gave me creep vibes, you know. It was just cool. So I hung out with them the whole night. So the bars are closing and they're like, hey, we're having a party at our hotel. It's here downtown. It's right around the corner, like 2 blocks away. They were like, do you want to go? And I was like, okay. And I went with them, and thank God that they were actually having a party. Thank God they were actually having a party. And they were super cool. Like, we went back to the party, like we were just all drinking, like talking, playing games. Like, it was a good time. Everybody was cool. And then at the end of the night, they bought me an Uber back to base, and I got in my Uber and I came home. Now, I definitely don't recommend girls going off with dudes that they don't know, because obviously the situation could have went really left. Something could have really happened to me, and I'm thankful that nothing did happen to me, that I actually did have a good time. So I just want to put that out there. Don't go out with strangers. I need to follow my own advice, but I'm telling you, don't go out with strangers. Don't go out with people you don't know, okay? But I really just be on that Kourtney Kardashian motto, you know, we're just here living life, okay? That's what always pops in my head when I'm trying to do these reckless things. And I know my guardian angel is like so tired of me, but I'm grateful that Shawty keeping me safe. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm one of those people that I would never try to just like put the people that I'm with in danger. I don't like to inconvenience people when we go out, like, you know, just acting crazy like that, because I don't want people doing that with me. So, unfortunately, I do all these crazy things when I go out by myself. When I'm by myself. Another story. So there was a time I went out with my friends this night. I didn't go out by myself. And me and my friends, we went out and we had a great night. We went out to the clubs downtown, and you know, the end of the night happened. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Actually, the reason why I was really going to the bathroom, because there was this guy that I wanted to talk to, and I saw him walk down to the bathroom, and I wanted to talk to him. So obviously I stalked him down to the bathroom, because duh. So I talked to him or whatever, and I'm coming upstairs to leave the club. I walk outside, and it's like a big commotion going on, like people out there screaming, like people pushing. And I'm looking like, what's going on? Where's my friends? It looked like a fight had just broke out, right? So I'm standing out in front of the club looking for my friends, can't find them. So I call one of my friends. She's like, where you at? Where you at? I'm like, I'm standing in front of the club. Where you at? So she's like, I'm coming to get you. Stay right there. So she comes and she gets me. Yo, I'm literally mixing up 2 stories. But I'm gonna tell y'all this story too, because this was funny. So my friend comes and gets me, and we go into like on the other side of the club. And one of the girls that we came with, she's crying in the corner. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, what happened? Why are you crying? And she's like, I'm just so embarrassed. I was like, embarrassed about what? And so my friend told me the dude who she had been dancing with all night, she was hugged up with him outside the club, and another girl came up and she was pretty much like, you gonna be hugged up on her? Da 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 da. You know, ratchet, ghetto. And so she's crying and I'm looking at her like, well, did the girl hit you? She's like, no. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. I'm like, so why are you crying? Mind you, this dude's not her boyfriend. Just some dude she was talking to. But I was like, why are you crying? She was like, I'm just so embarrassed. I was like, girl. Girl, if you don't stop crying, what? So my friend, she was like, he not finna do my friend like this. He not finna do my friend like this. So she's like, come on, we finna go to his house. And he lived downtown, and me, I was like, okay. And so I'm just along for the ride at this point. I'm here for the festivities. Okay, I wanna see what's gonna happen. So we walk a couple blocks. We're not far at all, because let me tell you, drunk or not, I do not like to walk. So we got there pretty quickly. The doorman just let us walk straight into the building. He didn't even ask if we lived there. And we go up the stairs to his floor. So we go up the stairs, baby. We took the elevator. What am I talking about? We took the elevator up to his floor. So we get up there, we go to his door, and it's locked. So we had took one of the bottles out the club that we bought. There was still a lot of liquor in that bottle. We was not gonna leave it. So my friend took it out her bag, and we was sitting up in the hallway pouring up shots, like laughing and talking. Once again, I'm just there for the vibes, okay? So maybe 10 minutes, 12, 15 minutes max goes by. We were not sitting out there for that long. And we hear the elevator coming up, so we like, oh shoot. Oh shoot, is it him? Is it him? And then the elevator stops on that floor. We was like, oh shoot. The elevator door opens and we hear him talking with a bunch of people, and we're like, oh, it's him. Tell me why he walked out the elevator with 2 different girls. This wasn't even the girl from earlier who caused all the commotion. He was with 2 different girls. And when I tell you, when he stepped out that elevator, he was like, to see us sitting on that floor, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm having a grand old time, okay? So he comes out, he's walking towards the door. He's like, yo, what y'all doing out here? And the girls talking to him. So he opens his door, and like his guy friends that were with him, they walked inside, and then him and the girl walked inside. But the 2 girls that he came with, my other friend, she was like, y'all need to leave. Just like that, y'all need to leave. And so I'm just sitting there like, and so the girl is sitting there like, and so my friend starts walking into the apartment, and the girls are trying to follow, and she looks back at them. She said, y'all can go now. And at that point, it's none of my business, so I just walked inside, and them girls left. They did not come inside. Oh, that girl left. Them girls was gone. Long story short, the girl ended up continuing to talk to him, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. So the story that I was getting mixed up with, the one that I meant to tell, I'm about to tell you now. So I was out with that same exact group. Same exact group. We went to that same exact club that we had went to. So it's the end of the night. Everybody's leaving. And then the dudes start getting bucked and they start fighting. And the girl who was supposed to be my friend, she jumps in with the dudes and she's fighting with them. And I'm trying to grab her like, girl, what you doing? Why are you fighting with these dudes? Like, none of these dudes are your boyfriend. The dude that you were talking to, you don't even like him. Why are you trying to fight? She's like, no, let me go, let me go. And I'm like, bruh, stop. What's wrong with you? Like, we could get in trouble. She's like, no, let me go, let me go. So I let her go. And she run over there, and apparently she maced the people, the other dudes. But yeah, so that whole debacle, you know, calms down, whatever. And so we're walking off, the whole group. We're supposed to go back to the dude's house in a story I just told you about. We're walking, and then I'm like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she's like, okay, I'll come with you. So we're walking towards the house. We had got a hotel downtown, so we were walking towards the hotel. So we're walking towards the hotel, and then a fight breaks out again behind us, and she's like, oh, hold on. I'm like, girl, no, I really have to go to the bathroom. Like, come on, let's go. She's like, hold on, wait. And she runs back to the foolishness. I have to pee. So I definitely left them to go find the hotel. Mind you, I'm very much so drunk, very much so intoxicated. I can walk fine. I do have sense, but I'm still drunk. So I'm trying to put it into my GPS, trying to find the hotel. But you know, like when you drunk, you already not all the way there. And then I had to pee on top. So that was like clouding my judgment. And I was stressed. And when I tell you, I kept making wrong turns after wrong turns. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to pee on myself downtown in this dress. And it wasn't like there was any bushes or anything that cause I would have used the bush. I had to pee that bad. But there weren't any. I'm walking, I'm in distress. And then this car pulls up. The car kind of drives past me and it kind of stops. You're like, skirt. And a dude pokes his head out the window. He like, hey, you need a ride? Hey, you need a ride? And I was sitting there like, yeah. I go and I got in his car. I got into the man's car. And when I got in there, he was like Hispanic. Like, I don't know. He wasn't Mexican. But I got in the car and he's like, where you going? Where you going? And I told him the hotel downtown. And I remember, like, in my drunkenness, he was like, oh, you look so good, da-da-da-da, you look so good, you by yourself out here. And I remember him trying to, like, rub on my shoulder, like, you know, trying to, like, cop a feel. And I was like, no. And he stopped touching me. He left me alone. And he just drove me to the hotel, and I got out, and I ran upstairs and I peed. I made it. I didn't pee on myself. And I also didn't get trafficked. So there's that too. So yeah, I'm positive that my guardian angels are tired of me at this point. I'm positive that my guardian angels want to beat my ass. I'm pretty sure they do. Because they working overtime. They want to be assigned to somebody else at this point. So I'm almost done with my makeup, so I'll tell one more story. And this is the most recent story. This happened within this month. Last month. This happened in July. So I went out with my friends, two of my friends, and we went out to Pacific Beach this time. We're in a different setting. We're in Pacific Beach. And you know, we're just out having a grand old time. Having a grand old time. Just drunk, dancing, being the life of the party. Actually, if you watch this vlog right here, you can see us having a grand old time. This was during this time. Actually, the guys are in this video. Anyway, besides the point, come on. So we go to a different bar, and you know, it was kind of whack inside. So we left, and outside there were 3 men. So one of the men approached one of my friends, and me and the other friend are walking. And they're standing by a car. 2 more dudes standing by a car. One had dreads, very much so cute. The other one, he was okay. He was okay. Even with me being drunk, I knew he was just okay. So the dude in the dress starts talking to me. We all just chopping it up, flirting, talking outside. So eventually they were like, where y'all going? Why y'all leaving? We finna go in here. We finna go in here. And me and my friends, we was like, oh, let's go back inside. Cause you know, they cool and they gonna buy our drinks. So come on, girls, go in the club. So we went inside. We're hanging out with those dudes. You know, we had a grand old time. Grand old time. So we inside the club. And one of the dudes is talking. He's like, yeah, we were supposed to go to Vegas today. We were supposed to be in Vegas right now. Da 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 da. They was like, we still thinking about going. And then they was like, y'all want to go to Vegas with us? Without hesitation, I was like, yeah, I want to go. And my friend, she's looking unsure. She's looking unsure. And she was like, I want to go. And I looked at her. I said, are you serious? I said, don't play with me because I'm being dead serious right now. I want to go. She was like, let's do it. Let's go. I said, don't play with me because I want to go. And she's like, yeah, we're going to go. So we tell the dudes, we're like, yeah, let's go. We're going to go. So we all walk outside and it's the dreadhead and then the not so cute one. And my friend who said she wanted to go. So we're talking and the not so cute one tells the dreadhead like, yeah, they want to go to Vegas with us. They trying to come. And the dreadhead was like, y'all trying to come for real? And we was, I was like, yeah. And my friend was like, yeah, she wanted to go too. And then she was like, well, we don't have no clothes. And I was like, they can just stop by our house and we can pick up some clothes. Mind you, this was a Friday night, so we would have had the whole weekend. So I was like, shoot, let's go. Let's not forget that I have a whole dog, and I sure forgot I had a whole dog. Like, where was my dog gonna be while I was in Vegas? Besides the point. This is why I don't have kids. I look at the dude like, you don't mind taking us to get our clothes, right? You don't mind, do you? He was like, no, that's fine. We can stop by your house and get y'all some clothes. And I'm looking at my friend and she's like, okay. And you know, now that I think about it, she definitely was unsure. But like I said, my motto is I'm just living life. I wanted to go. I was ready. But at the same time, I wasn't going to go by myself. So if my friend didn't want to go, I wasn't going to go. So the third friend that we were with, we go up to her. And my friend was like, we can't leave her. We can't leave her. Because she didn't want to go. She was like, no, I don't want to go. And she was like, I don't think y'all should go either. And then my friend was like, yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. When I tell you I was mad because I wanted to go. I was ready. I was ready to live my life in Vegas that weekend. Once again, like I said, I have a whole dog at home that I was not thinking about. But I digress. I was ready to live my life in Vegas with these 3 strange men. In hindsight, I'm very happy I didn't go. But we're not to that point of the story yet. Right now, I'm still very much so upset because I really wanted to go. So I'm upset. Like, I got a full attitude at this point. So I call my mama. Mind you, it's in the middle of the night, you know, where my mom lives. But she picked up the phone. And I was like, Mama, I am so mad right now. Mama, I'm so mad right now. She was like, why, Kiaira? So I tell her the whole situation. And she like, Kiaira. She like, no. She's like, what's your other friend name that didn't want to go? And I told her her name. She was like, tell her I said thank you. Mind you, I didn't want to hear none of that. I was mad. I wanted to go to Vegas. But of course, I got over the attitude. We ended up ditching them dudes. And we went to another bar. Ditched the dudes and went to another bar. And continued our night. I'll tell you what, the next morning when I woke up, I was very happy I did not go with them. For one, as I keep saying, I have a dog. I can't just leave her for the whole weekend in my house by herself. And I would have been very irritated waking up the next day in Vegas with them random dudes. Like, why are you here? Why are you talking to me? I would have had a whole attitude to see them. But at the same time, it could have been the time of my life. That'd be my problem. I'd be like, this could be the time of my life. I could have so much fun. Kiaira, you could also die. You could also get human trafficked. But you're not thinking of that right now, obviously. And also at the same time, like I was telling my friend, she was like, we're gonna just go with these dudes. I was like, look, if we was some broke females, I would never recommend that, ever. What? Because then we would be solely dependent on them. Absolutely not. I was like, we not broke. We got money. So if we need to leave them, baby, we can leave them. We can get our own hotel, you know? We were not dependent on them. Like, I don't be thinking, but I be thinking. You know? It makes sense to me. That's all that matters. Okay, so I'm going to put my lashes on and then go do my hair, and then I'll be back to show y'all the finished results. Okay. All right, y'all, this is the final look. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. I hope you enjoyed my shenanigans. Once again, y'all, please be safe. I know I'm like the last person to say that after the end of this video, but please be safe. You know, there are some crazy people out there, okay? Use your judgment, but, you know, enjoy your life also. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye. Not me piecing with the broken nail. Ooh, hold on. Bye.